Ninth Avenue is one of the main streets in Port Arthur. Today, Ninth Avenue continues on to Highway 365 in Mid-County, but it ended there at Highway 73 for most of our lives. In our time, Ninth Avenue ran all the way from Highway 73 through Pear Ridge and ended just before the Intercoastal Canal, or what some call the Ship Channel. Its importance cannot be overstated, both as an artery of transportation within the city and a road that lives deep in our cherished memories. For those of us who grew up in Port Arthur, Ninth Avenue was one of those streets on which we spent much of our lives, driving up and down as we headed from one place or another, or to the home of a friend who happened to live nearby. We crossed it quite a number of times, virtually every day as we scurried about town. For many of us, Ninth Avenue began at Highway 73, where Bishop Byrne High School and Arthur Stillwell Technical Center once stood. From there, it passed 39th Street through Pear Ridge, sometimes referred to as the Poor Man's Griffin Park. Pear Ridge was once its own community for many years before being annexed by Port Arthur. The town was filled with modest homes owned by middle-income families who more than likely made their living at one of the local refineries or one of the supporting industries in the area. Pear Ridge had a local government, a fire department, a water tower, and a dog catcher. The Ninth Avenue Business Corridor contained every type of business imaginable, from small family-run businesses to an icon of the area, St. Mary's Hospital. Ninth Avenue business owners prospered over the years, as did Port Arthur. Everyone remembers their local corner store, barbershop, florist, the gas stations, automotive repair shops, and restaurants, and so much more. Located to the left stands an empty lot where the Pear Ridge Town Hall used to be. It also housed the fire department. The water tower stood tall in the back, and I have to wonder, who remembers the dances held at that town hall? I sure do. After Port Arthur annexed Pear Ridge, the building was repurposed as a center for local events. It became the headquarters of a neighborhood watch group, the Concerned Citizens of Pear Ridge. As we come up on the intersection of 9th Avenue and 32nd Street, we can all close our eyes and still see it, just as it was when we were young. As I recall, that intersection was home to a convenience store, a Gulf service station, and a clothes cleaning business. It was also one of the routes we could use to get to Griffin Park or Jefferson City, an open-air mall created before air-conditioning malls were a thing. Who remembers that jingle? Come to Jefferson City, where there's everything under the sun. I'm sure not going to try to sing it for you. And a few people would never know they're very near the childhood home of Port Arthur's own Janis Joplin. From there, 32nd Street would take you to Groves or any other area of adventure. The power lines that dominate the skyline along 9th Avenue followed the route of the old Interurban train tracks, a passenger train that ran between Beaumont and Port Arthur. It terminated around Austin Avenue and Proctor Street and ran until 1932. On the left side of the road, in what we all knew as the curve in 9th Avenue, are a number of buildings that usually housed automotive and service businesses that help to keep your car running, unstop your plumbing, or repair your television. To the right was the original Hugen School for crippled children. The name changed in 1976 as it became the Bob Hope School for Crippled Children, named after the beloved movie star whose heart was wrapped up with the school, who raised money for a worthy cause. It was the best school of its kind and helped disabled children in an era when there were few options for afflicted kids. Continuing east, who remembers the big old Baptist church on the left side of the road? I was always so enamored with the huge steps. And just down the road from it, who remembers the modern automatic car wash